Julian for the case one. I love how all the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you move it nice and sweet and sassy. Alright? When you go, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on one. When you go, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on one. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, nice, quick, fantastic. It's a body of the big tight and the woman and eyes, sweet, energetic.
Are you dancing with me? Come on, let me see your hands in the air. You don't think I can see you, but I can. Move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. We like to move it. I got to get some more steps in. I didn't get all my steps in today. Move it. All right, guys, what's your favorite thing to do to get moving in the morning? Go ahead in the comments. Let us know. What do you get excited about to jump out of the bed and be ready to move? I think about all the people who I can change their lives. I just jump out of bed. All righty. I see you guys jumping on. This is exciting. Be sure to let Charlie know you're here. And of course, before leaving any comments, please be sure to grant StreamYard permission to see your name just by clicking on that little link at StreamYard.com/Facebook. That way he'll know it's you. And if you've got some friends that you want them to learn a little bit about Tupperware, maybe they couldn't make it to our Living is Easy with Tupperware over the last couple of meetings that we had, you know, you can send them the link to our YouTube channel and they can actually watch this with you on YouTube. And then you can check in with them and everything. Because I'm going to be talking about what's in it for you and what's in it for them when they join our team. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. Welcome, everybody. Be sure to drop in the comments who's here. Let me know what you're excited about. If you're going with us to Jubilee or virtual Jubilee, go ahead and put that in the comments too. And anything that you're just, you know, you want to share with everybody, because that's what it's all about, sharing and being excited together. So I'm Marcia Brown, your business leader, excited to be here with you. And we're going to go ahead and get started because I know some of you have other things you've got to get done tonight. I'm going to flip this over to this screen and here we go. So we're going to start tonight with this very important quote, because tonight is all about mindset. And once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. Now, you may be going, well, what does that really mean, Marcia? And the reason I shared this is because I was listening to a podcast this weekend, and it was about mindset and how important your mindset is going into anything. You know, you've all heard of placebos, you know, when they do drug tests and they give people a drug or a placebo, which is a sugar pill kind of thing that they don't know. There's two groups. One's the control group. One's the test group, and neither one knows who's who, but they both know they're being given a pill. So they're told that this is what this pill is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you with this or that or the other. And then they wait to see what happens. And the placebo effect says that if we believe that this pill that we're taking is going to help us in some way, maybe it's supposed to have this certain effect with us, or conversely, if we're told that a side effect of taking this pill is this could happen, whatever we make in the decision we make in our mind, the mindset that we choose is often what manifests in the body. And that's why they do this placebo effect, because it is so strong that we literally can make ourselves well or make ourselves sick, you know, based on what we tell ourselves. Oh, this drug is going to make me sick, or this event is going to make me feel better. And it translates into anything and everything that we do, because they've even seen that. This was a really interesting one. They were studying Navy SEALs, or those who try out for the Navy SEALs. And if you're familiar with our Navy SEALs, they are probably some of the most talented, strong, disciplined, soldiers that there are. And they are known for their ability to overcome the deepest, darkest obstacles. They're able to just like really excel. And people go into it, and typically only 7 to 20% of the people who try out for it, the SEALs make it. And they found that when they talked to them beforehand and they did this survey with them beforehand, they found that the ones who had the mindset that they were tough enough to make it through and that they were going to excel and they were going to finish were 95% more likely to do it. But they had to have that mindset. And it was like there was a factor that they had to be over this certain point in this range of belief before that would work. And it was so amazing to hear that. And so I'm sharing this with you today because I want you to make a decision about mindset. What kind of mindset are you going to have? And in just a minute, I'm going to talk to you about the 2% mindset. And those are the people that excel. Those are the people that go all the way to the top. So I want you to be one of those people who's going to go all the way to the top. But before we get there, I want to take a minute to celebrate some people. And if you see someone you know, give them a big shout out. And if it's you, well, we're going to give you a big shout out. So our top 5 in personal sales for the month of July. In the number 5 position, we had Doreen Pelletier. Number 4, Tina Lancaster. Number 3, Aubrey Stebbins. Number 2, Donna Jo Wilkinson. And our number 1 in personal sales for the month, Dawn Vermette. Congratulations to all of our high fives. High five. I'm giving you a high five, virtual high five right here. And we congratulate you. In personal recruiting, we have Mary Lou Warren, Tara Henderson, Corinne Brown, Michelle Davis, and Tina Lancaster leading the way, our number 1 in personal recruiting. Tina is on a mission. She is on the way, and I see her as our next new director coming up this fall, along with Donna Jo. All right, and then we have our top director teams in recruiting. We have the Model Mates led by Tara Henderson. We have Success Unlimited with Michelle Davis. We have the Dynamics with Corinne Brown. We have the Goal Crushers with Karen Edwards. And then we have our Hooray Big Dogs, which are the central team that are directly under me and Charlie. So congratulations to all of our team recruiting. And then, of course, our managers in unit sales. We have Donna Jo Wilkinson, Tina Lancaster, Pam Stokes, Lindsay O'Shaughnessy, and Veronica Russo Todorov. So congratulations to our top 5 managers. We're super proud of all of you as well. And then our top directors in team sales. And we have number 5, our Model Mates with Tara Henderson. Number 4, Success Unlimited with Michelle Davis. Number 3, Goal Crushers with Karen Edwards. The number 2 team, our Hooray Big Dogs. And number 1, the New Beginnings with Dawn Vermette. So congratulations to all of our high fives. And now let's get ready to take it to that next level. And like I said, I want to talk about the what mindset and how much of a difference it makes, because mindset frames the mind's expectations. So what we believe is going to happen, it sets up an expectation, and the mind says, well, this is what's going to happen. So then it starts to make the actions in the body. It starts to make the body perform in a certain way. Athletes do this. There was a story of a young girl who was competing in the Olympics, and she was in her practice run the day before, 2 days before her tryouts, or actually it wasn't the Olympics, but she was junior Olympics, and she was getting ready to try out for the nationals. And her heels came together, and the bony part of her inside heel hit each other. And when she landed after her vault, she was having some trouble walking. And so she kind of said she was trying to shake it off. She figured she was going to be okay. And she went home, and her dad talked to her, and they kind of did some visualization and some talking about, we're going to take care of it. We're going to put some ice on it. We're going to rest it. But you know what? We're going to use our mind to practice, because in gymnastics, it's the same routine all the time, when you're doing your vaults and your beams and stuff. So she knew exactly what she was doing. So they just spent time thinking about and kind of visualizing herself competing and succeeding. Now, this is a technique that Olympic champions do a lot as well. And there's story after story after story about how they think themselves through it. And by doing that, their body responds as if it is actually going through it. They've tested this. Anyway, long story short, for 2 days, she iced, she rested, and she visualized. She went to the competition. She competed. She finished number 1, qualified for the nationals as she was going for. And right after that, when she didn't feel a thing the entire competition. But once it was done, suddenly her ankles were really hurting. So they went to the hospital, did an x-ray, and both of her ankles were broken. Now, mindset framed the mind's expectation. Her decision, her belief, I'm strong enough to make it through this competition. I'm strong enough to win. I'm going to win this competition, overrode the physical, what was happening in her body. And her mind said, yes, you can. Her mind said, you can do anything you want to. And so we're going to work together and we're going to make it happen. And so how you perceive a situation and its outcome is going to affect the effort that you put into it. And that's why I wanted to bring this up tonight, because I want you to be part of this 2% mindset, because 98% of the people that live on this planet, just figure they're like everyone else. They like to be in their comfort zone. They get by. They survive. They procrastinate. They play it safe. They don't take chances. They always are thinking about what they could have done, but they didn't do. They settle for what they get. They focus on what they can't do or what they aren't getting, instead of looking at what can I do in any situation and what more can I do in any situation. And that's what I want us to flip. Because I want each and every one of you to get into this 2% mindset, to believe that you are worthy of having your dreams happen, that you have the confidence to step out there and take chances and not worry about whether or not it works or not. Because you know what? Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't, and it is okay. The key is that we just have to keep showing up and doing the work. And we have to be excited about anything that happens to us. And when something comes up and we feel like we hit a rock, we just stop for a minute and we go, okay, I can't get through this rock. So what are my options? Can I go over the rock? Can I dig under the rock? Can I get around the rock? Do I need to find a stick of dynamite and blow the rock up? And if I can't do any of those things, maybe I just need to turn around and go the other way, because maybe what I'm looking for is on a different path. We need to act always from a place of belief in ourselves, and that we can get the most out of any situation. Because if we do that, we will get what we're looking for. And I'm a true believer to focus on what you can do, not the results. Because if I want to get parties in my book, I know that it comes because I ask people. And the more people I ask to have a party, the more likely I am to get a booking. And you know, I used to always have I was told years ago that for every 10 people you ask, one's going to say yes. So I just kind of kept a thing and I just ticked it off. Or there's a no, there's a no, there's a no, there's a no. I'd get excited every time I got a no, because I knew that once I got to 10, I was bound to find a yes. Sometimes I'd find the yes after 4. Sometimes I'd find it after 7. Sometimes it would take me till 12 or 13. But the key was I always knew that if I did it, I was going to get a yes. Charlie and I had this conversation yesterday as well, because we were talking about when for the last 10 years or so, Charlie started going to parties with me. Now, Charlie had, usually was home with the kids when my kids were little and I started in Tupperware. And he would give me a challenge that, at every party I had to get 2 datings and I had to recruit somebody. So when I walked in the door, he'd say, how many parties did you date? And I'd have to say, I dated 2, or I didn't date any. And he'd say, who'd you recruit tonight? And I'd have to have a name, or I'd have to have figure out I had something to do to find somebody. So anyway, over the last 10 years, he's been going with me to parties. And one of the things that he had shared that he noticed is that I always went with the mindset that I was going to recruit somebody at that party, because I would rather help somebody else hold parties and make money. And help them get off to a great start. So every time I went to do a party, I went with the mindset that I will recruit somebody here tonight. It might be my hostess, it might be a guest, it might be a referral from somebody that's at the party, but that was the mindset that I had, that was what would happen. And do you know, 9 times out of 10, I would leave that party having recruited somebody. If it wasn't the hostess, I would have recruited somebody who now I was going to be doing a launch party for. If it wasn't somebody at the party, I had a name of somebody that they were suggesting. And that person, after I talked to them, often would join as well. And once again, it comes back to that mindset and choosing to see what's possible instead of what's not. So I want you to really make this shift, and I want you to think about what you can do to shift that mindset. So what does your mindset look like? I mean, think about that. Think about how you can make this subtle shift and see things the way you want them to be, and then tell yourself every day that yes, you can, and focus on what are the things that you do that will get you there. All right. So I'm counting on you to do that. So one of the great poets, Maya Angelou, said, if you can't change it, change the way you think about it. So it's kind of like, if something happens and you can change, change it. And if you can't change it, change the way you think about it. So once again, if somebody tells you no to hosting a party, that's okay. Change the way you think about that. That no means I'm closer to a yes, or that no means I need to see if they can give me a referral. If you talk to somebody about joining the team and they say no, change the way you think about that no. Ask them why they said no. Ask them, would they like to have a party just to check it out? Do they know somebody? It's all about how you approach it. So getting into this 2% mindset means, change the things you can change. And if you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Reframe it. Reframe the mind's expectation that no doesn't mean not ever. No just means not now. No means next opportunity. No means I'm on the way to getting a yes. All right. So what are we going to get yeses about this month? Well, we're going to get yeses by the people that we talk to. And we have some great offers for our new recruits this month. And guys, if you are not talking to people right now about this, you need to do that. And I don't mean just post something on Facebook and hope somebody sees it. I mean, reach out to people. Call, pick up the phone and call somebody, send a text to somebody, personally message somebody, and just tell them, say, we have this amazing thing going on in Tupperware right now, and I am just loving what I'm getting out of Tupperware, and I think it would be so great for you. I'm looking for some really sharp people, and I thought about you. See, think about the words you use. You don't want to sell Tupperware, do you? You hadn't ever thought about selling Tupperware, have you? That's going to right there set the expectation. They're going to say no. But if you say, I'm looking for really sharp people and I thought about you, have you ever considered it? They say no. Say, well, let me give you some information, because you know what? You owe it to yourself to at least have the information before you say no to something. Because how do you know what you're saying no to? And maybe if it's not for you, you can help me find somebody it is right for. That is the key, guys. That's what you want to really focus on, is how you can help people, how you can share information with them in a way that educates them and allows them to see what we have to offer. And, people are always afraid they're not salespeople, but we all know we're not salespeople anyway. We're educators. We educate people on how to live better lives. And if we just change the way we think about things, the things we get are going to change as well. So for our new recruits, we have our regular deluxe kit, we have our virtual kit, and for 2 days only now, because we only got 2 more days this week, our party time demo kit for $40. That is a huge, huge offer, and you only have 2 more days to offer that to people. For that new recruit, their first order of $40 earns them the 4 KP tools for just $10. For their party bonus with $500 in sales for the month, they're going to get their Ultra Pro lasagna pan for $25. And with that same $500, in sales this month. They're going to have qualified for their Crystal Wave bowl set as well. So this is huge. They've got all of this. And I didn't even put that on there. They're going to also qualify for their Confident Start Level 1. So guys, if they started with the Party Time demo kit, that's $347 worth of Tupperware for $80 that they've earned. And they've also made $150, or actually over $150. So they're coming out ahead simply by giving it a try and holding one party. But that's always just the beginning in Tupperware, because you can also share the opportunity as well. So when you welcome somebody and they go on and qualify for their gifts, you qualify for gifts, and they can do the same thing. Because if they come in, they can turn around and welcome somebody. So to our 10 new people who've already joined this month, guys, if you're watching this right now, you have a chance to get all these extra gifts. And only for 2 more days, when you welcome somebody who comes in and submits at least $40, you're going to get a Supersonic Chopper, a $79 value for $15. And for that same recruit, you're going to get a double colander, seasoned serve, and a quick shake container, a $59 value for $10. And when you work with that new rep of yours and help them hold their launch party and get that 500 in sales this month, they're going to get an Ultra Pro lasagna pan, and you're going to get an Ultra Pro lasagna pan. And the best part of it is, guys, that's not all that you can get, because you can actually triple it. This week, when you recruit 3 people by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, and those 3 people all qualify for their their first order bonus with the KP Tools, $40 submitted, you can get 1, 2, 3 of our Supersonic Choppers. And then one of the double colander, seasoned serve containers, and quick shakes. And you can get 3 of the Ultra Pro when they go on and submit their $500 in sales. Plus, for your second recruit, your 4th recruit, and your 6th recruit, you can qualify for our Daily Universal Series cookware, our Chef Series cookware, and our Chef Series saucepan. Can't even talk tonight. So that's $557 with the cookware for $100. That's with 6 people who just submit $40. Now, that also means that you are on pace to qualify as a brand new manager. And that means that you have qualified for $1,225 worth of products for just $230. This is mind-blowing, right? So I want you to think about right now who could benefit from the Tupperware opportunity and why they could benefit. You think positive. You think of everybody you know that could benefit from this opportunity, and you start posting their names. Write them down here, because see, that's making you accountable. And you're thinking, I'm going to get these people, and you're going to put it in there so that that everybody else will see that you're thinking positive and that you're committing yourself to getting this. And once again, mindset frames the expectation. So if you have a list of 10 people and you go, you know what, there's no reason these 10 people wouldn't want to sell Tupperware, I'm going to talk to them. When you talk to them, you're going to be so positive that this is a great thing for them that they're going to say yes to you, and you're going to start building your team. So I want to look, I'm looking now to see how many of those people, wow, I haven't seen any names coming in here. So come on, guys, put those names in there of the people that you are going to share, that could benefit. There you go. Tina, Janice, Tessa, and Melody. Who else? All right. Colleen's got her hostess, and she's already got a recruit that came in from being on our thing Thursday night. And guys, the group's still there. So you can go back and add people to the group, and they can watch it after the fact as well. So you got to keep talking it, because that's what's going to make it happen. All right. So moving on to the last things that I want to share with you, think about this business as scoops of ice cream, and you can take as many scoops as you want. Some of you came in this business because you just love the product and you want to get a discount. And you know what? That's fantastic. Some of you come in and, you need a little extra money. Maybe you have a bill or two you need to pay. You want to get started with something else. you just you need some extra cash. Back to school's coming. You've got some things like that. Maybe you've got some big bills. Maybe you spent a little more than you thought you were going to during vacation, so you need a little bit more. Maybe you'd like to build a team and drive a car for free. And maybe you just want to pile it all on and you want to travel and see the world and live your dream life with a 6-figure income. And you know what? It's all about mindset. It's all about you making the decision. How many scoops of ice cream do you want? And you know what I'm going to suggest to you, once you make that decision, you get a picture of a scoop of ice cream and you put it right in front of you so you can see that. And when you see that heavy laden 5-6 scoop ice cream cone there, you know that you've set your mind in the right place to make big things happen for you as well. All right, so we are on a mission in these next 2 days to welcome 100 new team members. And guys, I'm going to tell you something secret, okay? So we are getting ready to go to Jubilee. And at Jubilee, we always have a really big push for new recruits. And so we're really pushing towards this next 2 days closing out, because the special kit, the Party Time demo kit, is only going to be available through Wednesday. Your opportunity to get that extra supersonic chopper is going to end on Wednesday. So I want you to be bringing in people as fast and furious as you can. And I want you to have a big, big list of people that you can start reaching out to and talking to now. And then come Wednesday, at Jubilee, we're going to announce a special challenge, a time challenge, basically, just to say, let's hit submit as many times as we can. And I want you to be ready for that. I want you to have 5 people, 10 people ready to sign up right there on the spot on Wednesday. And as soon as you hear that message, let's get them started, let's do this, you're going to go for it. We're offering, all these great rewards for these new recruits. We're doing some special things here. And our goal, as I said, is 100 new team members in 2 days. And when we do that, we are going to have a drawing for $100 cash. Now, I've already been, for our folks who joined us on our 2 events, I did a special challenge for them. I'm going to extend that challenge right now. It's not going to be as nice as what I did for the ones who got on the event. But for any recruits you bring in from now until Wednesday night, I am going to have a little extra something for them. Okay, so you're going to be out there talking to people. You're going to be challenging them. And when we have that 100 new recruits in the next 2 days, we're going to give away $100 in cash. Do you think we can do it? I think we can do it. You've all got a list of people that could benefit. You all got a new mindset, and you're all thinking about, what am I going to, I'm going to get me 3 supersonic choppers, and I'm going to get me 3 lasagna pans. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to keep them for yourself? Are you going to give them as gifts? It's always up to you. Tina says, yes, she's going to get these things and she's going to do great things. So let's do that, right? So I'm going to wrap us up tonight by reminding you of what's in it for you this month. You want to fill your date book with as many parties as you can, because parties means money. And the more parties you hold, the more money you're going to make. And we have a special challenge coming up August 11th through the 17th. So make sure that you're dating lots of parties into that date. I will tell you that coming next week, there's going to be some new products that you're going to be excited about. So once again, get all those parties dated into these next 2 weeks, because you don't want to miss out on anything. And that's why these new recruits who scheduled their launch parties get started today and schedule their launch party for next week will have a great time and an easy time getting their 500 in sales. You're going to be able to earn your Crystal Wave Plus bowls when you submit 500. And this one is the coolest, because when you're at 1,000 or 2,000, you get to get any one of those sets right there for $20. They're $135 value, or $108 to $135 value. So pick the one you want. You can do duplicate it at 1,000 and 2,000. Guys, there's a potential here for $319 worth of Tupperware for $50 simply by making $500 this month. So let's get out there and make big things happen. And we'll close tonight with this last quote from my favorite Zig Ziglar. The real opportunity for success lies within the person and not the job. You see, your mindset frames the expectation. And when you can see yourself living the life you want, when you can see yourself achieving the success you want, then it will happen because the potential for that is in you. You are the best there is. So let's get out there and make great things happen this week, right? All right, guys. So thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, I got the new one. I got the new one. Can I say that one?
Love you guys. Remember, lots and lots of recruits in the next 2 days.